What's up, y'all? Making this final one, then I'm done, or at least for the night. We're gonna head to bed because it's getting, I'm starting to get to that time where it gets to that time where um, it just it gets to that time where just you know there's no one else in the world that's up, and then my mind is just thinking. It's that thinking time, and if I'm being honest, I'm not trying to be in that like mode at the moment. I'm really not. This is definitely something that I would definitely need to take like leave for and everything, but this is just. But anyways, so the one we have for today is basically we're gonna talk about love. Something I saw not even a few days ago, but a few hours ago. It was simple as it's love. Is it a choice or a feeling? That's the title. And I wrote, well, in the what you call it, it's is love a choice or a feeling? And then the next slide is I got you. And I wrote, stay with me, okay? Love is a choice. It may seem like a feeling in the beginning, but after a month or a year, that feeling fades. It's like a high in a way. But it's something it's something that most people don't understand because that feeling fades and they think that the relationship is over. But that's when the hard work starts. That's when love starts to become a choice. Because you wake up and make a choice. Do you chase that high or do you choose your partner? Do you choose your partner that you've been with for however long? Just because that high feeling is gone doesn't mean that the feeling for them is gone. It's just not as explosive like it was in the beginning. It takes someone it takes someone special to wake up every day and out of all of the people in the world, they still make that choice to stay with you no matter what. Which is very true. You have to be a very, I don't know, egotistical person to think that you are the best person in the world, or there's no one better than you, or something like that. There's billions upon billions upon billions of people in the world. There are people that are taller than you. There's people that are stronger than you. There's people that are richer than you. There are people that are doing so much better than you, and it's the fact that will never not change. There's always someone that's better than someone else. Literally, there is when it comes to money, when it comes to height, when it comes to success, whatever the case may be. It's the fact that there's always someone that's better than you. There always will be people that's better than you, and this goes for both, you know, men and women, of course. I'm never gonna make one of these that's specifically one sided where it's just the men or it's just the women. It's it's both. It will always be both, regardless. So, but it's the fact of when when you first start dating somebody, when you first start dating somebody, you know, people always called it puppy love and whatnot. But when you didn't really understand it, at least I didn't understand it at the time, but it's true. Cause look at a puppy. Like you could get a puppy, and it'll be next to you all the time. Little puppies don't understand much of anything. Literally, they kind of just follow everybody, basically. But eventually, when a puppy grows up, it's more like self-sufficient. At least some puppies are. Depends on the breed and everything. But regardless, they're self-sufficient and everything. So, is the fact of it's the same thing in a relationship when that like when that high feeling when you're first dating someone, you feel like you're on cloud nine. You're just living it up, you know. Because of course everyone does. Everyone does. Everyone does. When they first started dating somebody, or if you're just starting to date someone now, I bet you feel like you're on top of the fucking world right now. You're fucking the man, you know? Like you could conquer the goddamn world right now. It's a good feeling. It really is. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be here say that it's not a good feeling because it is. There's no better feeling than that. Literally. Like I guess you could win the lottery. You could do. There's a lot of different things you could do, but nothing on this planet of just like talking to somebody and then y'all have good chemistry and then boom, you're dating that person and then it's just like damn, what the fuck is going on? You know? And nothing beats that. Nothing will ever beat that. But it's the fact of sorry, yawning. But it's the fact of eventually I don't know when. It is different. It is different for everybody, of course. But eventually that feeling will slowly subside. And you'll know when it's basically subsided completely. It happened to me. I want to say it happened to I want to say it happened to her as well. Well, either it happened to her last year or I have no fucking idea when it happened to her. But it's one of those things where you'll know it happened to you is because, and as crazy as it sounds, you just, you won't love that person anymore. You know? Like, some people like myself will, when they get to that point, they'll try to, like, sabotage your own relationship and everything. But the one thing I can say is if you do end up sabotaging your relationship and then that person says they're leaving, and it's the fact that you then switch and you're like actually worried about them leaving, that right there, that right there is when you know, that's when you know that you found the person. That's when you know that not your mind, not your brain, none of that. That's when you know your heart has found like its reason to beat. That's when you know that's because it's the fact that if you didn't love them or anything, then you'd be like, all right, whatever. But it's the fact that you're generally worried that they'll leave, or you're worried that they're gonna leave, and you're like scared of that, which is it's normal. I'm not gonna say it's not normal because it is, but that's when you have to make. That's when that whole choice thing comes into play because, like I said previously, there are people that are better than you. There's people that are better than me. There's people that are better than you. There's people that's better than everyone. There's no one that's on the top that has like everything. You know, literally, there's no person on this entire planet that is like the perfect human being. Because they could be perfect in a few categories, but they're not perfect in every category. So it's the fact of goodness, sorry, but it's the fact of you basically you basically wake up you have to wake up every day and just choose that person. But it's the fact that when you don't know if you're still feel for that person, it's very hard. But like I said, with the whole sabotaging your own relationship and having that reaction when they say that they're gonna leave, it makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for you to actually wake up every day and actually choose them. Because once you have that realization that you know they're like they're the person that your heart chose, it makes it a lot easier. And I will tell you that a lot of things will definitely change. Like some things that you do, some things that you like will do will definitely change and everything. Like if you like go out with friends or you do this or you do that, you'll definitely want like every you want to talk to them more and everything. Because I'm telling you, it's a choice. It really is. It really fucking is. To wake up every day and to choose the same person every day, that's a choice. That's it is. That's the fact that that's a choice that people make every day. You know, it's just it's fact. Literally, I can't be any more clear on that. That's just fact. It's the truest thing ever. You wake up every day and you choose, you know, to be with, you wake up every day and you choose to be with the person you're with. Because the fact you have some people that want to chase that high, and eventually, when they're like 25, 30, 35 sometimes, is the fact that they keep chasing that high over and over and over again. Until eventually they get super, they get like a lot older, and then they're just like, damn, I want to settle down with somebody, and then that's when like some people will like message their exes from like, you know, way back, way back, like they're like, you know, 35, 40 or something, they're messaging their ex. Like they find their exes and they just like message them back and everything and explain everything. And most of the time, like those exes, like they already, did their whole thing. They, found someone. They have like sometimes they'll find someone or they'll be like, or they're married or they have they have a kid on the way or whatever the case may be, and then that person is left basically feeling like just feeling like shit because they basically feeling like shit because it's like they were chasing that high for so long that now that like there's like they're basically getting rejected now because of their age and everything. And like depending on like your genes and everything, you could keep it up for so long, but eventually, you know, time is everyone's enemy. Eventually, time will then catch up, and you won't be like the super, hot, like I don't know, 25-year-old. I guess I don't freaking know. I don't know what's like a hot age. I don't really know. I'm 22, so I don't know. But you won't be like the hot, younger version of yourself, you know. So I would definitely say like I would definitely say it's definitely something that it's something that will definitely hit everybody. It's something that would definitely hit everyone. It's not. It's something that can't. It's something that's not like. It's something. It's not like it's something you can avoid. Like it's something that is bound to happen at any and every chance. Like it's something that's it's basically a canon event. Like it's going to happen. It's just more or less on. It's more or less on when is it gonna happen. Like is it gonna happen? Next month. Is it gonna happen next year? Is it gonna happen? Like when is it gonna happen? You know. But that's just one of those. Just one of those things and everything. Because so many people say like, "Oh, love is a feeling." Like I've heard so many people say like, "Oh, love is a feeling. Love is this." It's just like, no, it's a feeling in the beginning. It's I will tell you this. It is definitely both. It is definitely both because you feel it in the beginning. I will say that it's definitely something you feel in the beginning. But give it like I said, it's different for everybody. So give it like a month. Give it a year maybe. Give it some time, and eventually that like feeling will subside, and you'll wake up one day and just be like, like you'll just be like, what's going on? Like it doesn't seem like I don't seem good. I don't seem like I don't feel happy. You know, but it's one of those things of just like, well, it's just like, do you give up, or you keep on, pushing? And that's what it narrows itself down to. It gets narrowed down to, do you give up, or do you you know, keep pushing every single. But it's a make or break decision. Really, it really is. It really is. And I will say that's kind of where the cheating kind of starts, because it's the fact that you're chasing that high from you're chasing that high still from someone else. But you know, it's just one of those things. But you know, oh my nose. But it's but yeah, like the whole reaction thing of just like, if a person is like gonna leave and you're like actually you know scared about it and everything, like definitely that means that shows that you want like them and everything. it's definitely one of those. It's definitely one of those things where people don't really think about it. It's something that people don't think about until like later on, you know, because they're chasing that high, but you know, I don't know. Sometimes it works for other people, you know. That feeling ends, and then they're just like, you know, because I think some people feel like that feeling should last forever, when that doesn't, that's not like, it's not, what is that word? I don't even know what it is. Um, damn, what is that word? That I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a certain word. I forget what it is, but it's like people expect that all the time, and it's just like it's something that's not gonna happen like it's like all the time. Like it could, it's definitely possible that it could. Like I'm not saying that I'm not saying it's something that doesn't, but at the same time, it's not something that's like, oh, you know, this is gonna last forever, because that's just like, eh, just eh. At some point, it's just not going to, because it's like either, you know, y'all are gonna have a fight, or something's gonna happen, and it's just gonna be like, I don't want to, you know, deal with this, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really got for this one. I'll definitely make some other ones later today, obviously. But yeah.